Welcome, everybody, to Friday, the 12th of March. We are playing Mouse Quiz tonight. My name is Chad, and I'm your host, and I would like to welcome to the show our co-host and quiz writer, Derrick. So, hey, Derrick, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing very well, Chad. How are you?
Doing good. We are rocking an Epcot Flower and Garden spring theme tonight.
Yep.
And this was the coolest Epcot picture I could come up with, is the whole dangling feet gig. So
yeah, I gotta go with my boy up here. Gotta go with Donald though. So
yeah, I get it. Well, I'm going to welcome into the show tonight as well another quiz writer, Kalen. So hey, Kalen, how are you tonight?
Hey, doing good, thanks.
Doing great. Glad to have you here. And then last but not least, Jennifer's back and joining us. Hey, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hey, so these three have wrote some really good questions tonight. They told me I didn't have to look at them, and I couldn't help myself, and I did anyway. So, but we've got a great group of questions coming up for everybody tonight here on Mouse Quiz, and let's just start to come back in. So, what can you guys tell me about the questions that you wrote tonight?
Well, the theme for tonight is spring fever because we've all got it. After the winter we've had, we're ready to get outside. So we've got our first round that Jennifer wrote is green things, green Disney characters. So Jen, what can you tell us about that?
So it's some trivia about green characters, whether, what their name is or different trivia about them. And then also I threw in some Marvel characters and Star Wars. So it should be fun.
So the character has to be the color green. Okay.
Or the clothing, yeah.
Or the clothing, mainly green, right. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. But green is the character's thing, okay.
So, yes.
And crowd.live/Kermit, okay. I guess that's a pretty green Disney character there to kick things off. Okay, then. So if you're just now joining us for the very, very, very first time, Mouse Quiz is a platform that we started just over a year ago when COVID just started getting started as a community service project because all the parks were down. Nobody was there streaming. And so we tried the software out for a couple months or for about a month, and then we signed a year lease on it. We're coming up on that year. So our time here is going to end somewhat soon. But in the meantime, we've still got 7 great nights of Mouse Quiz left. And it's a community service project, absolutely free to play. If you would like to come back in and donate something to offset some of the cost, patreon.com/mydvcpoints. We want to offer this as a free show to the community to play. But at the same point in time, if we've been a blessing to your life and you'd like to help offset some of the expenses, by all means, sign up to Patreon and make a donation. We'd love to have that as well. And then after the show tonight, all of the Patreon members are invited into our Discord server to hang out and chat and talk with everybody after the show. And that is discord.mydvcpoints.com. But if you do it through your Patreon login, it'll automatically give you the rights that you need to get into Chad's hard-ticketed event. And because that's what we named the event room in Discord. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. And we'll go ahead and I guess we've had the intro for today's show. So if you go to crowd.live/Kermit, then, yeah, that's right, Derrick. You can either play on a smartphone or you can play on another tab in a web browser or a tablet or anything else that you want. Just bring up a web browser and go there. Once you get to crowd.live/Kermit, you'll pick a screen name because we do a competitive play to see who wins each of the 3 rounds tonight. After round 2, we'll do somewhat of a halftime deal and check in and see how people are doing cumulatively. And then at the end of it, we will see who won the overall game. Also, we'll have you pick a podcast family or a Disney family. If you're playing with one of the teams, just pick a drop down for your team or pick free agent if you're not associated with anybody in particular. And then we'll see what podcast family and team wins tonight as well. So I think it's going to be a pretty fair shot tonight, depending on who all is showing up. I don't know if the Crushers are back in tonight. I know Lauren Hawkins is here, and she says, Happy Friday. And then Eric Mobley comes in, says, hey, friends, less than a week till we'll be at Flower and Garden. So we hope to get you, we hope to get your Flower and Garden on and get you a little hyped up for that because that's a pretty fun event. And then Annette says hi tonight as well. And so let me come back into it and we will get my screen share going here. And you'll be able to also, the other thing that we do is we have people add to the stream, kill the comment. You can also use the QR code that's in the lower left-hand corner of the screen there. And point your phone at that. That'll take you right to where we're going to go to tonight as well. But crowd.live/Kermit, I think, is the easiest way. But Derrick likes to have the QR code up. So
Some people like it, so you never know.
Yep. But I think we're ready to kick this thing and going, right? And Scott just says he's playing for nobody. He just says, let's go the free agents. I thought for sure you would have been batting for some team here, Scott. But okay, then. I think we're ready to get going. So let me go ahead and cue up some music. And this is going to be Green Characters by Jennifer. So good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Kalen, you haven't seen these, right?
I have not.
Okay, cool. We always like having one person on screen that hasn't seen this as well. So we'll see how you do. So good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Kalen, how'd you do?
Not that well.
No?
No, they were hard.
Oh, man. So,
I know a lot about the parks, but the movies and stuff, I kind of lacking.
really? So Jennifer got you this time, huh?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, man.
Maybe I inspired you to catch up on some of those movies.
Yeah, well, like the first one, I was like, I don't know what the difference is between those instruments. That's my issue.
I thought you were like a musical performer type. So, Kalen, what
I
happened?
know, I'm ashamed.
Oh, well, let's see how everybody did. That one you did have to think through because you're sitting here going, Louis the Alligator, and you're going, man, I knew it was some kind of a brass instrument. Then you look down and you see trumpa, tuba, trombone. And then you go, well, it didn't come down his body, so we have to roll out saxophone. And then I'm like, it didn't really go out that far, and it didn't come above his head, so it had to be trumpet is kind of what I guessed. But 64% of the people got that one right. So that one was pretty good. And then number 2, I say Incredible Hulk. You say Bruce Banner. 79% got that one right. I thought that one was a pretty easy one as well.
Yeah, but saw Bruce and you got to be careful grabbing him too fast.
Yep. So I think Derrick got you, or they got you with the distractors on that one. And then you did have to be color with the colors tonight, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be tempted to go for that green because you're thinking green. And
I had no idea, so I think I just picked the green one subconsciously.
Yep.
That would have been fun though to make all the answers the green ones.
That'd just be evil, Derrick.
Like making all the answers C. I've actually done that on a test before, and then I actually gave them the real test.
How do they do? They're like, no, seriously, dude, you can't have them all C, right?
Yeah.
And then this one was really good because the correct answer I didn't play with, but what pizza topping does Disqust think is gross? And I had to go like, Disqust. That was Inside Out, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, it was Inside Out. And her thing is not broccoli. That is 100% for sure.
I would argue A could also be correct, but
No. This is according to Disqust.
Oh, Disqust, right? Yeah.
Right? Well, for some people, I guess it does kind of disgust them, but
fruit does not belong on pizza.
Says the guy who loves his tomato paste and tomato sauce. Yep. So here I played with the answers a little bit on this one and thought I might get some people with the 50 years because that's how old Baby Yoda is, or the child.
The child.
Only got 4 votes, so 75% knew he was 900 years old. And yes. Jeremy was saying one of my favorite Yoda lines, when 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. So there you go, right? And let's see here. Next question. What type of animal is Pascal? 90% knew that he was a chameleon, not a frog, not a crocodile, not a turtle. So good job, everybody, on that one. And then classic animated Sleeping Beauty. What fairy wears a green dress? And this is where we started playing with you on some of the colors. Because Merryweather wears, I think she wears the
Merryweather is blue, Flora is red, Fauna is the green.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I did throw you a break there and put Maleficent in black, which is her primary color in the live action ones.
You could have gone purple with her also. So.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have. Because she does that whole purple thing as well. But you're limited
technically her skin is green.
It is, but it's not a green dress.
Yeah, when I told my girls I put a Sleeping Beauty character in there, they said, "Oh, Maleficent," and I was like, "We'll have to see."
I
They were
thought of
thinking
that
that.
as well because I really, truly thought I was like, okay. So that's when I went, let me add the words classic animated here. And then I went, what fairy wears a green dress? Because they're technically all fairies, right?
Yep.
And so we wanted the one with the green dress. So I kind of thought, I really, really put the thought into the words there. So,
Yeah.
okay. And then what type of animal is Robin Hood in the animated movie? And the answer is fox, but he wears a green hat, right?
And a shirt, green hat and shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So that's how he qualified as a question.
Yep.
But 98% knew that he was a fox. And then what object is revered by the aliens in Toy Story? 92%, the claw. And
Yeah.
okay, let's see here. Then in this next question, who told us it's not easy being green? And this one I just thought was a dead giveaway.
I thought
Okay.
so too. Yeah.
I didn't know this one.
Oh my gosh, like
I
you're gonna have
know.
to sit through like 3 Muppets, things next time you go to Hollywood Studios as penance for that one.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Just it's not easy being green. That's a classic Kermit line.
Yeah.
And then Yuli asked, who is Chick Hicks?
I
Chick
didn't know who
Hicks.
that was either.
Chick Hicks is the green car in Cars.
Okay.
Cars 1, he is
Cars 1.
yeah, he's like the
The bad guy,
protagonist.
yeah.
Yep. Or the antagonist, I guess, the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And I remembered it because, Lightning's talking smack and he's like, well, you know what? Lightning always comes first before the thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I was like, yeah, that's who
Yeah.
he is. And
Yeah.
that's how I kind of knew to answer that one when I saw it. But so only 31%. That one was pretty easy.
Kachika. Yeah. As someone who has probably seen Cars 500 times, and no, I'm not exaggerating, hearing this in my head, I'm just going, yeah, kind of threw that one out there for my boy.
Got it. Well, let's see how everybody did on this round. And I'm curious to see so
Glenn,
congratulations
nice
to
job.
Geek and Glenn. Okay. And then Miles the Moose Dad, followed by Amanda and Jeremy. Jeremy was like slow tonight or must have missed a question or something.
He did miss a question, yeah.
Or he came in late for one. That would be my best guess, right?
Probably.
And congratulations to Holly, Dustin, Steve MTP, Lizzie, Sheila MTP Sanders, and Iron Etsy, followed by Christine, Jess K, Yuli, Pepe's Door, Gina, Ursula Wants Your Soul. I dig that player name. Jolly Holiday, good to see you back again. Heidi, Dan Austin here. Tink, Future Friendship Captain. Mary Skier, Pete, what happened to you, buddy? So, and then we'll just let everybody kind of scroll down and see how they did in this. Because it could take a while to just read everybody's name, but most people did pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of 7 out of 10s in there.
Yeah.
Right. And then probably some people that just kind of dropped off there at the end. So, okay, then. So next round, Derrick, you want to go ahead and warp us over?
I'm working on it.
Okay, so Derrick's going to automatically move everybody over to round 2. And if your web page or your screen did not advance with everybody else, just go ahead and hit the refresh button, and it should pull you right on over. If you're just now joining us and you want to play at home, crowd.live/flower. You will put a screen name in, drop in your email address, and then pick up Disney Podcast Family or Team if you're playing for one. If not, pick Free Agent. And so, Kalen, you wrote this next round on Flower and Garden. What kind of hints can you give us? What can you tell us about this round?
It's pretty much an overview. So a few questions about decorations, some of them specific to the 2021 festival, a couple about the history. I think if you've been to the Flower and Garden Festival, you'll have a pretty good time on most of them.
Okay, Flower and Garden it is. And let's go ahead and kick this round off. And Glenn was saying Car's most watched movie in our house. He must have boys. And then Amanda says, I had a few lucky guesses. And then Amy says, I got smoked.
Yeah, Glenn,
Hopefully
when
you'll
have
do better this round because this one's all in the parks.
Yeah.
Right? We find people do better in the parks here than they do in the movie areas. So let's go ahead and kick this off, and I will see you guys back in about 10 minutes. Well, welcome back, everybody. And Jennifer, how did you do this round?
I did okay.
Okay.
I haven't
You held your
had
own?
I think I missed one or two. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't had the
pretty good.
pleasure of going to Flower and Garden yet, so I wasn't sure on some of them.
Got it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite festivals. For me, when I go, it's usually cooler than Food and Wine, but I usually kind of go early on in spring. and Florida hasn't gotten that hot yet. And so when I have food and wine, it's usually like October and it's still roasting. So
Yeah, it's definitely on my list.
yeah, let's see how, let's start to dive into these questions here. And we'll ask the audience how they did as well. And so Scott says,
Yeah.
Pete was saying that might be my worst round ever. And then Scott was saying here, just like the flower roots, I got buried on that round. Ooh, even Jeremy is saying ouch. So
Man, I didn't think they were that hard.
yeah, the Anna and Elsa got me too. I know it takes a while to build them. And then tough questions for this mostly fall visitor. So, okay then. Right, but 78% knew that Spike the Bee was who you go hunt for in the scavenger hunt. And he is the mascot of Flower and Garden, usually, most years, if I remember correctly. So 78% got that one right. And I don't really see much. I threw Remy in there just because he's food and wine and for Rat. But and then Dragon was obviously Figment. So didn't get too many people with that one. And then what color is the Flower and Garden Festival's signature lemonade? I would have had to guess on this one. So,
well,
I'm
it's
surprised
violet
people
colored
didn't do better.
and it's violet flavored, isn't it? It uses violet flowers to flavor
Yes,
it,
I think so. Yeah.
wow.
I almost answered green since it's the theme of the night and wasn't right.
Yeah. I mean, this is a funny comment here. Willie was saying the only thing worse than my score is the fact that I did so poorly, even though we went last weekend.
You just got to go back.
You just got to go back, Willie, right? That's just it. You just got to go back, right?
I wouldn't say no to a periwinkle lemonade, though, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy says, did you even Flower and Garden if you didn't get a violet lemonade? So touche, right? And Amanda was saying, I've been so many times and I haven't tried it. I must try it next time. Is it good? I've been once or twice, and
I've never done Flower and Garden. We're probably going to do it next spring, but I don't know.
Okay.
It sounds delicious. I've had violet lemonade before, but I just haven't had theirs. So,
got it. Well, Yulia is at least loving the questions tonight there.
Thank you.
So she says great questions, Kalen, as well. And Glenn was saying was really hoping for medicinal plants in the season of COVID. Great distractors all game. And Rebecca was answering my question. She goes, it's a fair floral taste like rose. Okay. So maybe it's pretty faint. I'll have to try it next time. But it's lemonade, so it needs to be, so that you can still get the lemon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what permanent display was originally created for the Flower and Garden Festival? And 38% knew that the Germany miniature trains were built for that. But I would have been guessing the Japanese bonsai garden. That's just me. I would have been with the majority on this one at 44%.
That was my guess.
I don't know that I would have known this if I didn't write it. I would have been guessing, I think.
Well, we have to give 25% pure chance on this one, right? So some of the audience did better than chance. Well, give them some props for that one. And then what was the name of the concert series before Garden Rocks? I knew it was Garden Rocks, but I didn't know what came before that. 68% of the crowd knew that it was Flower Power, which, and that's good. Pete says, I'm not even sure I've been to Flower and Garden this century. Ooh, that's 20 years worth. It was so last century. Okay. Yeah. And then what year did Anna and Elsa topiaries first appear in the Norway pavilion? And 82% guessed 2015, which would have been
right about when it came out.
Logical answer.
Yeah.
Right? Close to when they came out, but yet 2020 would have been a little too late. So, yeah, I could see that. 2015 is a great choice there. And then what topiary characters can be found in France this year. And we got a bunch of people. We had to get a bunch of people with the all of the above. Yeah, had to get them with that because everybody's going to see, oh, yeah, Remy is there. Beast is there. Belle is there. And then
They're
it's
all
of the
there.
above. Yeah. Yep. And Jess was saying that she had no idea the trains were a flower and garden thing. Great question. Heather got me with all of the above yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so, okay, then. Let's come back over and hit the next question here. Number 7. What type of
This
plants?
was rough.
Yeah, what type of plants are featured in the 2021's festival's new garden?
They are prehistoric plants, and they've got also like dinosaur fossils in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
It's really neat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I actually got this one right.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember seeing some article about it, but I stared at it for a few seconds.
Got it. And then, how big in diameter are the floating mini gardens? I didn't even know there was floating mini gardens. So.
There's like 200 of them or so.
Yeah, they're in all those ponds, like by the other pavilions. And if you go on the path, like between Test Track and the World Showcase, kind of that path, I don't know what it's called, but they're in there too.
Got it. Well, 3 feet seems like a logical choice here because 3 yards possibly
isn't really a mini garden though.
Yeah,
that's what they officially call them, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but if it was 3 yards, okay, and then
9
the other
feet,
factor of this is we don't really measure things in yards here. Okay, we more do feet, right? And 3 fathoms. I mean.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No.
Really?
No.
Really? One of those poor, unfortunate souls who've never been it. I know it's hard to fathom. Thank you for understanding the reference, though.
Yeah, we'll give you some humor points on that one there, Nitch. So, okay. And then, what animal is brought to the park for the flower and garden festivals? And that's a really interesting question because I never really thought of butterflies as an animal, but I guess they're technically an insect, and that makes them an animal because they're not a plant.
Because they've got the butterfly house.
Yep,
Yeah.
the walk-through butterfly garden.
And that is exceptionally cool if you've never been there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to wade through all the change to kind of keep them on the inside. And yeah, really, 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 really cool. And then number 10, what character is featured in the 2021 entrance display? I would have never guessed this one as well, but it's Sorcerer Mickey. But, given that, you're rocking a Donald and Daisy behind you.
That's actually my thinking. I totally answered Donald and Goofy because I remember Donald behind Derrick.
Yeah, so Derrick gets credit for the green screen distractor tonight.
Yep.
On that one.
I mean, Figment makes sense, but it is Mickey with some of his brooms.
Yeah, I think the Figment's usually behind Spaceship Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, let's see how everybody did tonight. Let's come over to our rankings tab, and we will say congratulations to the Evil Queen, followed by Geek and Glenn. Glenn, this is your night tonight. You are on fire, brother. You are on fire. Followed by Amanda and Amanda.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy, Jennifer, Yuli, Jolly Holiday, Dan Austin, and Holly did really well. Dan, you beat Holly for once. Wow. So
No one got 10 out of 10. Wow.
Nobody got 10 out of 10. There's only one 9.
Yeah, there's 1 9 there. Let me just scroll down slowly so everybody can see how they did. Kathy, Amy, Ursula. Just scroll down. A lot of 6s and 7s. Now we're getting into the 5 lands. Ooh. Scott S., you did rather well, Scott. 7 out of 10. You just took your time doing it. And so, yeah, there we go.
Rough round for Pete.
Really rough round for Pete. So, Pete, hopefully you didn't pick your plan for Team My DVC points tonight. So, Well, let's check in at halftime, and we'll check multi-game here, right? I'm thinking Glenn's going to be in the lead.
Yeah, and Jeremy's probably 3 or 4, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's in the top 4, I'm going to say. Top three. So it's Glenn, lowercase Amanda, followed by Jeremy, Holly, Yuli, Evil Queen, Jolly Holiday, Dan Austin, and Ursula Wants Your Soul, and Iron Etsy as well. So I'll just scroll through these tonight and let everybody see how they're doing on this. But congratulations, everybody, is this. And so, Dan asked a really good question. He goes, why so surprised? And I go,
Because we've seen you all year.
No, he's such a nice guy. I think
He's a great guy.
I think he would just like throw the game here to make his wife win because he's that nice a guy, right?
Yeah.
Because I can imagine, it wouldn't be pretty if he kind of gloated about that. So, so anyways, that's kind of why, right? I'm just giving you credit for being a nice guy there, Dan. Figure you kind of throw the game and give it to your wife, right? Just to keep peace, because that's what I would end up doing if my wife was a competitive player.
Yeah, you guys are better than I am. After 20 years, nope. My wife knows on Trivia Game everything's fair.
It's all fair in love and war.
Yeah.
Dan just says, I'll beat her again and I'll probably have to sleep on the couch. And Holly's just saying, no, he wouldn't. So,
yeah, I don't think you'd throw it.
But there we go. There's how everybody did tonight. So you should have been able to see how you're doing. Let's come in and check in on the multi-game rankings to see how the teams are doing tonight as well. Any thoughts here?
I bet the Geeks are up there, and I bet the Welcome Homies also.
Geeks and Welcome Homies, 1 and 2.
Close.
Ooh, the Geeks, the Crushers, the Welcome Homies. So, and just looking at their average points, the Geeks they're a solid 100 points up there, but 4 points are separating the Homies from the Crushers. So there we go. And followed by the Monorail Tale Trivia Team, and then Donna's Community Hall, and then the Free Agents as well. Last but not least, well, almost last, Team My DVC Points. It's like my own team, just can't ever pull it together, right? But anyways, that's what we've got going on for that round. Derrick, do you want to warp us over to the next round here?
Sure can.
And so everybody should be automatically moved over right now to round number 3. If you haven't, pull down, refresh your browser, hit the refresh button. And if you're just now joining us, go to crowd.live/bugs. And you'll be able to join us and play along on a smartphone, another tab, a browser, anything that you would like to play along with. That will come back in and start to work for there. So, Derrick, what can you tell us about this round?
This round is anything that is Disney bug related is fair game for this round because, bugs always come out in the springtime. So anything that is Disney bug related, from movies to parks to anything in between, is fair game for this round.
And there is a 11th question on here. This is double points round. And the 11th question is double points. So it's worth 400 points. So get your game face on for that 11th question. And it's really simple. You just got to know the right answer.
Isn't that always how simple it is? As long as you know the right answer, you're fine.
Yeah. But I mean, you would even be better off on that one because it's so many points of just trying to guess something quickly.
Yeah. But I would say it's not that tough of a question.
Okay. Derrick says it's not that tough of a question, but it's meant to come back in and play catch up, guys. So let's go ahead and kick this round off, and I will see you guys back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, Kalen, Jennifer, how'd you ladies do tonight?
Okay.
You think okay?
Better than the green characters one.
I missed that last one though. So
Did
sad.
you? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you? So
I think I only knew that one from the Backlot tour. That's how I knew that.
got it. Okay.
Oh, you got some catching up on Disney Plus to do.
I know, I do.
Some serious catching up on Disney Plus over there. So let's come back in and bring over my controls here. And we'll see how everybody did. Come back over to, I got a lot of It's a Bug's Life questions tonight.
Well, yeah.
But
There's
this
a
one
lot of
was a
bugs.
gimme.
That's the most bugs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs, right? It's a lot of bugs, right? And, and then Amanda was saying Disney bugs may not be my thing. And so, okay, but It's Tough to Be a Bug is the show inside of there, and 98% of the crowd knew that one. So I thought that was a pretty good gimme question that you did there, Derrick. So I think you went easy on the crowd on that one. And then who hosts It's Tough to Be a Bug? 92% knew that was Flick. So that was a pretty easy question there. Not a lot of...
Threw several softballs up there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Then it gets a little harder here. Who interrupts It's Tough to Be a Bug? 84% knew that it was Hopper. So Heimlich was my next guess, but I was like, he's a caterpillar. Heimlich's a caterpillar, right?
I clicked Heimlich, and then like 10 seconds later, I was like, no, that's the caterpillar that had the Disneyland ride. That's not right.
Yep. So, okay. And then who is Hopper's timid sidekick in It's a Bug Life? I had no idea on this one.
This is a lucky guess for me.
50% of the crowd obviously knew more than I did on this one, and they picked Molt. Okay.
Because you know that because he's always shedding, and then at the end, when he gets trampled by all the ants, his outer layer is just left there. Yeah, I think they say his name once or twice too. But yeah, it's Molt.
Okay. And then this one took a little bit of reading to do. And what dragonfly powers the leaf boat in The Rescuers? And I didn't know the answer to this, but when I saw the star there, I was like, well, that kind of makes sense that they would name the insect Evinrude because that's a brand of boat motor. So
did not get that one.
Yeah. And then Jeremy says Evinrude and the other swamp carers and characters in The Rescuers are hilarious as well. And Yuli said she totally guessed Molt on that one as well. So, okay then. And then question number 6 tonight. How is Pinocchio supposed to get Jiminy Cricket's attention? And give a little whistle. I think we all had that one in our head. At least 86% of the people got that one right. But hit him on the nose.
If it's sticking out there far enough,
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it's like he would hit himself on the nose. So, yeah. Right? And Lily says, I thought Evinrude was a distraction.
Nope.
So. Okay, then. And then how does Simba describe the first bug he ate?
Slimy yet satisfying.
Yes, I would have thought that, crunchy with a cream filling would have gotten a couple more votes. Only one?
Yeah.
But I think that was Pumbaa's response back, or
I like the ones with the cream filling, or something like that.
Yeah. There was definitely a cream filling line in there, and so okay. And then, what kind of bug is Wally? Did he hang out with? Cockroach is the answer. 73% knew that one, which makes sense given that the refuge and all of that kind of stuff. And then number 9, which bug tormented Donald and appears at the Flower and Garden Festival?
I would have figured this would have been like 100% because didn't we just talk about it?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did just talk about it. So, and then, but 90% of the audience got that one right. And then question number 10. Which lightning bug is in love with the evening star? And 67% got this one right, that it is Ray. I would have been totally guessing because I don't even know what you're referring to. So
Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense to me. And then we'll see how people did on my what I thought was a softball question. And only 57% knew that Herbie the Love Bug rocks number 53. And I think we've asked that question before as well.
Yeah.
And so, but here we got some good comments. And Amy was saying, I didn't know Herbie, so I chose Lightning McQueen number instead. And I intentionally put Lightnings up there, but I was kind enough to not put 95 and red together, or maybe tricky enough. I don't know. Right. And some other questions on here. There was some. Oh, Gina says, I got Herbie right. Hopefully that takes me out of 23rd place. Yuli was saying that was fun. I think she missed 2. And
Good.
Glenn Kessler did another dope. I went full Lightning McQueen 95 on that last one. And I'm like, Glenn, didn't you say it was the most watched movie at your house? I mean, come on, buddy.
That 95's just drilled into his brain.
Yeah, car and this. So, and then and then Rebecca says, thank you to Lindsay Lohan for the Furby question. And okay, well, let's see how people did on this round. What do you think? Any bets here?
Since Glenn blew it, I'm guessing Jeremy.
You're guessing Jeremy? Congratulations to Jeremy with 11 out of 11 with 2133 points. So this was definitely an easier round because the top 4 people all had 11 out of 11. Good job, everybody. And then did we have any more in here? 11 out of 11s? I'll just scroll down. I don't see them.
Don't think so.
Nope, just the top 4. So then we'll come
lots of 8 or more, though. So
yeah, lots of 8 or more. Really good round of questions tonight here. So looking at this, Jeremy, Mary, Holly, Steve, MTP, Lizzie, Ursula Wants Your Soul, Kalen, Skier Pete finally redeems himself on this round. It seems like he just missed the Herbie question. So had he nailed that one, he'd have been up there. He'd been way far up there.
I don't think he would have caught Jeremy, but he would have been up there a ways.
Yeah. And then Christine and Jess K. And then I'll just scroll down and let you see how everybody's doing as well. Dan is on fire tonight. Look at that, number 13. And then Miles' mom, Evil Queen, Sheila, Jennifer. So yeah, you guys have really done well tonight.
Glenn had a rough round down in 30th.
Yeah, Amanda with a lowercase a had a rough round as well. So 6 out of 11 there as well. So okay then. Well, that's how everybody did individually. And you guys ready to see the multiplayer here?
Ladies, who do you think?
That's tough. I mean, Jeremy's always a good bet.
I think it's since Amanda and Glenn had a bad round, I'm guessing Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jeremy got this. And then, looking at this, man, I think it's anybody's game after this.
Holly could be up there too.
Yeah. We'll see how things come out here. Let me click this button. And Holly, Jeremy, Holly, Mary, Ursula Wants Your Soul, Steve, MTP tonight. Top 5 players, followed by Lizzie, Geek, and Glenn. Looks like you dropped from number 1, Glenn, to number 7 with that round. So, not good. But you did really well, Glenn. We're proud of you for the first 2 rounds as well. Followed by Dan, Just K, Evil Queen, Christine. I'll let you guys scroll on down. And then, so Gina says, I'm even worse, 24th, but you pulled up to 20 for the overall, Gina.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. Okay. Skier Pete, you beat Pete, Gina. That's an accomplishment. Okay. You guys can't see her. She's just down here smiling and laughing because she beat Pete. So doing a little happy celebration dance. So, because Pete's pretty good. He's kind of a trivia person as well. So congratulations to everybody who played as well. So we got all the way down to that list. Let me scroll on up in this, and we will see who is the top team of the night. I'm thinking the Welcome Homies are going to take it now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the homies have got this. That Jeremy pulled them out and pulled them up in the ranks. The question is did the Geeks hang on to number 2, or did the Crushers take it? Let's click and find out.
The Crushers got him.
The Crushers got him. So congratulations there as well. But look at that. That was 70 points between first and second on average.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's not much.
60 points from second to third. So for an average score there. And then Donna's Community Hall really did well this last round and kind of pulled up. And then there we are with the Team Mighty VC points in last place. But you know what? We got more cumulative points than anybody else out there.
Right? Other than the free agents, yeah.
Well, the free agents, okay. Right? So, okay. Well, we tried. We came close. But congratulations, everybody, as well. And another fun night of trivia. And right after this, we're going to be heading over to Discord if you want to hang out with us there in the Patreon After Game show. Next week, we have a really, really, really cool guest. My friend Carrie McPherson will be on the show, and she is a former Disney cast member who was a Disney ambassador. So we're going to be quizzing on the Disney ambassador program as well. Her last position there before the big layoff rounds, she was the sales manager for Club 33 in Walt Disney World. So we're going to go a little highbrow with the trivia and go some very generic high-end questions on Club 33 to see what you guys know about the club. And then the last thing that we're going to do will probably be the most popular one of the night. And it'll probably impact the most people here because there's a lot of DCP graduates out there. And she was a recruiter for years and years and years in the Disney College program. So we're going to be quizzing on that as well. And you guys are going to get to hang out and ask questions with a phenomenal Disney resource. I can't tell you guys this enough, how much you're going to want to come in and hang out with us next week. And she'll probably mention to us a few things because after the layoffs, our buddy Nick Cotton over at DVC Resale Market snatched her up really fast to come back in, and she's now the brand ambassador for DVC Rental Store as well. So we'll get to probably ask a couple questions on that as well. And I think she might come back for a rental night as well. We might have her back on because I know she's just going to be a phenomenal popular guest. But that's what we've got for you guys tonight. Patreon.com/MightyVCPoints if you'd like to support the show or you'd like to be able to get into our hard-ticketed event after this. And that's what I've got. So, Derrick, any other announcements, anything that we need to wrap up?
Don't think so. Sunday night, we've got the Plus Platoon. Our new Disney Plus show is going to be on... Okay, it's normally on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. in the Eastern, just like all the other stuff on My DVC Plus. But we are taking over the community hall this week. So come join us. And we are talking the OG Mighty Ducks movie. Okay, the original Mighty Ducks movie to get ready for the new series that's coming out. So watch the movie. Come join us. We're gonna have a lot of fun talking about it and seeing what we thought of the movie and how it holds up today. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that whole series is when we have a slow week there on Plus Platoon. I think you guys are going to be doing a From the Vault series and letting everybody know so they can go watch the movie and then view it through the 2021 eyes and see if it really holds up to the test of time as well. So Plus Platoon this Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Its normal time slot will be 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. And it is a spoiler-filled show at all times. We don't make no claims about being spoiler-free. So, because we figure in a weekly series, if it comes out on Friday and you haven't seen it by Wednesday, that's on you, okay? Catch the replay of our show, because we're here for those Uber fans that just live and die for the next Disney Plus episode to come out. So, that's all we've got for tonight, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And I see Yuli says this was fun, and... she's also a DCP fall person. So, yeah, we'll want you to play with us next week. So, thanks, everybody. You guys have a great one. We will see you next
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you next Sunday. We'll see you next Wednesday. It's a whole lot of streaming going on here.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.